Okay, Nate, we got some work to do. My brother once said that 90% of the mistakes made in the golf swing happen before the club ever moves. And what he means by that is you got to make sure you're set up correctly. You could probably relate to that. If someone does a lift incorrectly, they could injure their back.
Exactly.
Same thing applies in the golf swing. So I noticed when you took your stance that your stance was too wide and you were too erect and you were too tense. So we're going to fix those few things right now. For most golf shots, you want your stance to be about shoulder width. Now, you hear that all the time in golf instruction, but nobody ever knows how do you tell what shoulder width is. Well, what we did is we took a driveway marker rod that you can buy at Home Depot, and we marked Nate's shoulder width with a mark slot. And you can see the black marks here you can see those. Nate's just going to set that down there, and for his practice, he's going to make sure his toes, the blue parts of his shoes, point right at that. And that way he's always going to start acquiring a feel for shoulder width. Now the next thing I want you to do, Nate, is knee flex. I want you to lock your knees. Now your knee flex should be such that when you come out of lock, they flex no more than the kneecap being right over the middle of your instep. And you can check that with a club or another driveway marker rod. So go ahead, flex your knees a lot. See, that's way out over your toes. Turn to the side so the folks in the camera can see it. Okay, lock your knees. Flex them a lot. See how far out he is? Now go back to lock. Now flex him just out of lock. And you can see that the top of his kneecap is right there. Right about the middle of his instep is where your kneecap should be, and that's a good athletic knee flex, okay? I want you to practice that. I want you to practice shoulder width. Now, you're standing too erect, and if you stand too erect, Nate, when you swing the club, it's going to swing around your body. You want to have room for your arms to swing down and through, so you want to bend more from the waist.
Okay.
You want your arms to be really nice and loose and relaxed so that your arms hang about over your toes. Your back is straight. Turn to the side so they can see this. And turn all the way. Turn your whole body like this. Okay, get your flex. Bend forward from the waist. About like that. Okay? And you want to keep the butt pushed out throughout your stance. So that's stance width, knee flex, and forward bend. I'll get to the next section in a minute.